What if I told you I undid this piece of board here in that machine? Probably think I'm crazy, right? Here it is. And you can see the shadow and the light since I didn't finish the board off with gluing it. You might see how my trickery works. I'll explain in a minute. Keep watching. So this is the first part of the engraving done. I'm going to do the second part. So on my machine, this is about the size as big as I can go as far as an engraving, which is not that big. I'm not sure if it's that way on all the K40s. I don't really have a K40. I have what's called a JL K3020. I think it's a little bit smaller than a real K40 or a 40-watt laser engraver. So this is 8 inches from top to bottom here, and this is 11 and a half, almost 11 and a quarter. It's not the biggest I can go. I can go a little bit wider, but its height, 8 inches, is about as much as I can do. So that kind of prevents you from doing things. And I'm trying to think outside the box and making something work so that I can join two pieces together, right? So there's a website, and I'm going to share it to you in just a second. And this is the second piece of the first piece. And as you can tell, that is still 8 inches high, but it's 22 inches in length. Let me get the tape measure out again. And if you can think with this website, you can make it even 4 squares or even as much as you want. It is now 22 and a half long. So in order to do something like this, you would take, let me go to the computer, and you're going to make your image, and with that website, I'm going to show you in a minute, you split it horizontally or however you want to do it, and you're going to make your image as wide as your board. And when I say image, I'm not talking about this part here, it's an actual, the image where it, this part here, and I told it, I declicked the proportional, so I told it 286 and 203. So I made it as wide and as tall as the board as far as the image itself goes, the white part which you don't see, and lined the box up perfectly. So when you do this, it makes it one long image. So what's next, you ask? This thing is called the joint mate, and what it'll do is you can take and join two boards together as joints. So you put and you make two holes there, stick your dowel rod down there with wood glue, and you're done. But you can make your K40 just as good, not as quick necessarily, but just as good as far as getting bigger pieces as any other engraver on the market now. Just thinking it like this. Since the boards I use is a 1x12, I have to use the 1/4 inch hole. And what you do is you flip this upside down and you turn it to the left like that. Then you just drill out your center hole. Just like that. So when you clamp the boards together, when you put the dowel rod without the glue into it, and you clamp the boards together, there's a slot right there. and you'll run the dowel rod. This board would be in front of the next one. So that dowel rod would fit in that slot, and so you'll have a perfect alignment for the next board. So that section there will be perfect every time. Here's the part that's so easy. Next, all you do is align that right there. And then you're going to slide this piece, this red piece is on the bottom, and make it flush with the first board. And then that sets your gap for doing this side. Because then you'll line this up just like that. And it'll have perfect holes to both sides. I'm not a carpenter by any means. I don't even have a proper clamp for this to put it on the table yet. And it's easy enough for me to do. So I'm doing this, the first hole. Now you're supposed to have a depth bar on this, or a piece of tape that shows you how far you actually went down, but I didn't really measure that. Make sure the first one's lined up. Just like this. The second one lined up, just like the first one was. Yep, that's good. Hoping, and I probably am a little off, judging my wood here. I think I might be able to make that work. Let's join these two things together. I'm going to use some wood glue. So now we have a longer board. Instead of doing something that's very short, you make it as long as you want, as long as you can keep dividing the picture up. I think we just open up the horizon of what you can do with a cheap $500 laser engraver. This is pretty cool. So I'll finish up joining these together, and I'll put the hangers on both sides so it will sit nice on the wall. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.